Coming up on Down Under EV Adventures, we check out the driving recorder, and we also look at dash cams on the Atto 3. Hello everyone, welcome back to Down Under EV Adventures. We're going to have a look at something which I can't believe I haven't done yet, and that's the driving recorder on the BYD Atto 3. So it comes with a built-in one, but I'll tell you more about that soon because you can join me in real time as we check it out. Hello everyone, welcome back, and I'm just going to do a quick episode today on the driving recorder, otherwise known as a sort of inbuilt dash cam. So if you're not already aware, the Atto 3 has a built-in sort of dash camera or camera, forward-facing camera, which records. Now, it has a SIM card which you need to record the data. Now I'll show you where that is. Okay, so it's under here, which is where the storage compartment is. Now you can see you've got USB-C, the SIM card's in the middle, and then the USB-A. I had to unplug my 12 volt there because I couldn't really film it otherwise. But you can see it here in more detail. So you've got the C, the SIM card in the middle, then USB-A, and then the 12 volt. So just out of interest, I've got my GPS plugged into the 12 volt outlet there. Okay, so you just saw there where to access the SIM card and a little bit about what else you've got down under there. So it's a little bit tricky to get to. Now, to find the actual driving recorder for the inbuilt camera, so basically you go swipe until you get to here where it says driving recorder. If you press that, you'll see it gives you a lovely camera image of what's going on outside there. Now on the right hand side, there's a few things you need to know. So this is on real-time image at the moment. Now you want to go to Playback List. Now if you hit Playback List, you'll have all the recordings which have been done recently. Now if you go into settings, you can see you can select a duration for how long you want each clip to be. Now I believe as default it's set to 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes is a good time to do. You can have less if you want. We can have a little bit more if you want. You can also delete everything on there, and you can also format the drive. I actually formatted it recently, so I deleted a lot of stuff that was on there. But you know, if there's no incidents and you don't need the footage, well, there's no worries about deleting it. So you should probably format it every few months, I would guess, to keep that SIM card, in good order. But anyway, if you go to Playback List, you can see what's displayed there. You can see it gives you the date, so it gives you the year first, then the month, and then the date. So it's all backwards to what we normally have here in Australia, but hey, it doesn't really matter. You've got the time there, which is in 24 hour, and then it shows you what file extension it is. So it's recorded as an MP4, which is a pretty universal format for video recording. So yeah, you can just go ahead and you can select one of those clips and it'll give you something. So let's just select a random clip, press play, and then you can see, you can even make it full screen. So here's some driving that I did earlier on today, it looks like. Yes. Alright, and it gives you a little bit of information there. So it gives you, I believe that's the car speed. It's not a GPS speed, so it's the same. It will match the car's speedometer data and a few other little bits and pieces. You've got the date timestamp there, and there you go. You can see me there. That was when I was driving home not long ago. Okay, so you can pause it. Now, if you want to have any of this data, the best way to sort of export this data, if you needed this, the information on there, if it recorded an incident and you wanted to use it, the best way would be to go back down under here. Once it's all off, you can see I've got my 12 volt plug in the way there, but eject the card there. Now I'll quickly just jump in here and say it is a sort of spring-loaded thing like a lot of electronic devices, so be very careful when you're pushing it to keep your finger or thumb or something in the way so that it doesn't flick out and you might lose the little SIM card, because they're easy to lose, like, little things can be sometimes. And then once you've got that card, you can just plug it into the computer or a card reader. So we'll just get back out of that and go back to the recorder here. So you can see you can record quite a lot of information. I mean, I formatted this not long ago, a couple of days ago, and you can see a lot of clips stored. Now it will only record the data as you're driving. Okay, so it's got no sort of security system similar to the one that's in Tesla model, so you can't have it running just as you're parked, which is a drawback. I think you could have some sort of sentry mode. So that's the driving recorder. Now you're probably wondering, why have I got then a dash cam here? Well, the reason is because, well, one of them I just explained. It's not on all the time. It's on only when you're driving. The other drawback is there's no rear-facing cameras. If you look at the back there, you can see I've got a rear-facing dash cam. So as I'm driving along, it's recording the rear as well, which is very useful. You'll be surprised how useful it is. Now, my cameras here, these actually aren't hardwired. You can get hardwired dash cams for EVs. There's quite a lot involved in it. Now, I'm not an expert on batteries and voltages and stuff like that, but the experts have told me that it's quite a lot of work to do. I don't know if it's because they need to beef up the battery, or there's something they need to do to make sure that you've always got power going to the camera, and that can be problematic, more problematic with an EV if you're hardwiring it than say with a normal internal combustion engine. However, my cameras I've got, these are Garmin 57s. Primarily the reason I chose these cameras were because they're fairly small. They give an okay resolution. It's not the top resolution, I've had better cameras, but it's more than adequate if you are involved in a bingle. You'll be able to see someone's number plate, which is what you want. But they're also very easy to work. So the menu buttons, it's quite intuitive, and the app is fairly easy to use as well to retrieve the data off it. So that's the reason I use it. And the other reason I use them is because this one does have it can detect an impact even when you're parked. If there's something that happens to you as you're parked, it will start recording. But that's also very useful. So it's not quite as good as one that's hardwired, but it's the next best thing you can get. And it means you don't need to upgrade your battery, any other sort of system to be able to use it. So if I was to hardwire something, it would take a little bit of work. But in the meantime, the driving recorder is still a very useful thing to have on the car. You've at least got a forward-facing one while you're driving, and that's the most common scenario for accidents. Personally, I think it would have been nice to have had the rear-facing one as well, but at least you've got a forward-facing one. But you can do what I've done and mount some ones at the front and the rear, but just make sure you get one that has got that sort of impact thing where it will start to record even if you're parked. You really want to have something like that, because obviously, something could happen to you. So that's my setup and all about the driving recorder. So remember, it's just a matter of swiping the screen until you get all the icons, driving recorder, and from there you can have a play around with it and set it up how you want. Pretty sure most of the BYDs have this feature, and I think it's a good idea, and it's only going to get better with the newer models coming out. So there you have it. I hope that helped you out there. I haven't done an episode on this yet, and I haven't mentioned much about it, but I do believe it's quite a useful feature to have. Alright, that's it for me. I'm going to do the sign off now. Thank you very much for watching, and we've got some great stuff coming up. The next episode, I'll put something on the screen, is going to be all about some remote spots in the wheat belt. So we'll see you soon. Take care as usual on the roads, and bye for now.